my major to minor arpeggios. Not only good for the hands, but also you can pretend you're Philip Glass. Ow! I've been doing this for 5 hours. And a wrong note at the top. Hello everyone! Welcome to Stilgoe in the Shed. Welcome guys. Welcome back. Very well done guys. Very well done guys. Huh? Very well done. It's Tuesday, May the 26th. I know. What happened on this day? I'll tell you what happened. This happened. It's episode 58 of Stilgoe in the Shed. Welcome back to my regulars with my left hand. Right hand to anyone new who's coming in. We call you newbies. Once you've seen 3 shows, you're allowed to cross over to the left hand and then you become a regular. But if you're still on your first or second show and you haven't built up the requisite points, then you have to go back to the start. You don't collect £200, don't pass go. You stay alert, you stay indoors, you don't drive to Durham. You do all these things and then you can become a regular. So hello everyone, my name is Joe, your names are... This is my shed. Lots of people have seen every show since the start. If you're joining this on episode 58, where the have you been? How have you been? Mostly you've been missing out on this, which is a submarine, which occasionally appears in the show. Today is Vintage Tuesdays. This is something that we started about 4 weeks ago, I think. Maybe longer. But anyway, we are delving back into the archives, into that primeval soup of old classics. And I think all of these songs today I've chosen are from before 1950. So how about that for a game of soldiers? Right, I'll begin with something incredibly topical. I'm going to do this one by Noel Coward. There are bad times just around the corner. Just listen to the words because he wrote this in the 40s. Was it the 40s? Correct me if I'm wrong. And I haven't updated anything, maybe one line. And it's all frighteningly similar. So it might reassure you with what's going on that this has always been the way, that it has always been thus. They're out of sorts in Sunderland, they're terribly cross in Kent. They're dull in Hull and the Isle of Mull, seething with discontent. They're nervous in Northumberland, and Devon is down the drain. They're filled with wrath in the Firth of Forth, and sullen old Salisbury Plain. In Dublin they're depressed lads, maybe because they're Celts, for Drake is going west lads, and so is everyone else. Hooray, 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 misery's on the way. There are bad times just around the corner. There are dark clouds hurtling through the sky. And it's no good whining about a silver lining, for we know from experience that they won't roll by. With a scowl and a frown, we'll keep our peckers down. Prepare for depression and doom and dread. We're going to unpack our troubles from our old kick bag and wait until we drop down dead. Portland built to Scarborough, they're querulous and subdued, and Shropshire lads behave like cats from Berwick-up to Eterbude. They're mad in Market Harbour and livid at Leigh-on-Sea. In Tunbridge Wells you can hear the yells of the bourbon bourgeoisie. We all get bitched about lads, whoever our vote elects. We know we're up the spout lads, and that's what England expects. Hooray, 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 trouble is on the way. There are bad times just around the corner. The horizon's gloomy as can be. There are blackbirds over the greyish cliffs of Dover, and the rats are preparing to leave the BBC. We're an unhappy breed, and very bored indeed, and reminded of something that Nelson said. While the press and the politicians nag, 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 we'll wait until we drop down dead. away to Kettering, they're sobbing themselves to sleep. The shrieks and wails in the Yorkshire dales have even depressed the sheep. Rather Lagavelle, rather vulgar lettering, a very disgruntled group have posted bills on the Cotswold Hills to prove that we're in their soup. While begging Kipling's pardon, there's one thing we know for sure. If England is a garden, we ought to have more manure. Hooray, 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 suffering and dismay. There are bad times just around the corner, and the outlook's absolutely vile. There are home fires smoking from Windermere to Woking. We're not going to tighten our belts and smile, smile, smile at the sound of a shot. We just as soon as not take a hot water bottle and go to bed bottle. We're going to untense our muscles till they sag, 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 and wait until we drop down dead. There are bad times just around the corner. We can all look forward to despair. It's as clear as crystal from Bridlington to Bristol that we can't cure corona, and we don't much care if the reds and the pinks believe that England stinks and that world revolution is bound to spread. We'd better learn all the lyrics to the old red flag and wait until we drop down dead. A likely story, land of hope and glory. Wait until we drop down dead. Oh, thank you very much. Noel Coward to kick things off with some very poor pronunciations from me, but there are so many words I can never learn it. Can never learn that. That's chum. Yes. Well, hello, everyone. I'm drinking from a glass that has an embossed cow on it. This apparently used to be a milk bottle, and that's why you come for this show, because of nuggets of pure wisdom like that. That's why you keep coming back, guys. Buffering in Bromley. Oh, hang on. Still here? Ah! Hello, Martin. And Sue, love to you all. Now buffering in Watford. Buffering in Watford, buffering in Bradford on Ton, buffering in Reigate. Do you feel it buffering alone? Buffering in Gateshead, buffering from Joey's Shed, buffering in Durham. Did you really hear the words I said? It's all okay now, baby. No buffering. Buffer. Just Fuzzy in Rainford. Come on, move it out, YouTube. Get me to the front of the queue. Amanda's asked for Skylark. I've always loved Hoagie Carmichael. Particularly after my old mentor and great friend and my dad's best friend Peter Skellen did a lovely album of half Hoagie Carmichael songs and half Inkspot songs, and I think it was called Stardust Memories. Was it? Yes. And Skylark. I love this song. So here it is. Luckily, the only noise I can hear outside is birds pretending to be skylarks, because about 5 minutes before the show, the angle grinder, the great angle grinder in the sky, was doing his very best to make that noise, which would have been even worse than buffering. Oh, Skylark, have you anything to say to me? Won't you tell me where my love can be? Is there a meadow in the mist where someone's waiting to be kissed? Oh, Skylark, have you seen a valley green with spring, where my heart can go a journeying over the shadows and the rain to a blossom-covered lane? And in your lonely flight, haven't you heard the music in the night? Wonderful music, famed as a will-o'-the-wisp, crazy as a loon, sad as a gypsy serenade in the moon. Oh, Skylark, I don't know if you can find these things, but my heart is riding on your wings. So if you see them anywhere, won't you lead me there? And in your lonely flight, haven't you heard the music in the night? Wonderful music, faint as a will-o'-the-wisp, crazy as a loon, sad as a gypsy serenade in the moon. Oh, Skylark, I don't know if you can find these things, but my heart is riding on your wings. So if you see them anywhere, won't you lead me there? I didn't do an extended piano solo because the next song I'm going to do is all instrumental, fully instrumental. Rest the voice, take the jaw off. Thank you, everyone. My own interjections have got stranger, I know, since the director of photography has left me on my own for so long. Where is she? To be honest, none of us expected to be 8 shows into this process, least of all she, so she's taking a well-earned time away from the shed. So there's no point talking about what's going on outside because we're all in here now, we're all in the shed together, and it's a lovely, lovely thing. Lovely thing. That's a lovely thing. I can't believe Michael Govey. I can't believe these people just lying. Sorry. I just saw an interview just before I started. It always puts me in a bad mood. But you lift me. My wife and I often have taken drives to check my eyesight. He couldn't even finish his lie. It was such a sheepish, stupid thing to say. Makes us all feel like idiots. There's shame on everyone, no matter what side you're on politically. It's a terrible low for the society and everyone. It's awful. Anyway, back to everything. So John Chater asked for Rhapsody in Blue. He said he saw me do it in High Society. So I used to do this thing at the start of High Society where people would shout requests, and they had to kind of be from the time, because it was set in the 50s. Often we got some rogue interjections from Taylor Swift, Ed Sheeran, and Postman Pat. But often people ask for Rhapsody in Blue, and I always said I couldn't play it. I can just play tiny bits of it. But then luckily Tracy Penfold Green has asked for Blue Moon, so what I'm going to do is an improvised version called Rhapsody in Blue Moon. And I'm just going to go with it, because these are two lovely pieces of music. Rhapsody in Blue Moon, this is a premiere. I think Sylvie's watching, that's great. Okay, Rhapsody in Blue Moon. moving swiftly on. This is a song I never got to play in Solitude. Thank you, everyone. Which is a very simple and beautiful song, and I never got to do it. So here it is. Perfect for the shed. In my solitude, you hold me with reveries of days gone by. In my solitude, you taunt me with memories that never die. I sit in my chair, filled with despair, 'cause no one could be so sad. With gloom everywhere, I sit and I stare. I know that I'll soon go mad. In my solitude, I'm praying, dear Lord above, send back my love. Dear Lord above, send back your in my solitude, you haunt me with reveries of days gone by. In my solitude, you taunt me with memories that never die. To end our vintage Tuesdays, our roll down memory lane, a bit of Ain't Misbehaving, a bit of Fats Waller, for Monica. To talk with all by myself, no one to walk with, but I'm happy on the shelf. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you. I know for certain, the one I love, I'm through with flirting. It's just you I'm thinking of. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you. like Jack Horner in the corner. Don't go nowhere, what do I care? Your kisses are worth waiting for. Believe me, I don't stay out late, don't care to go. I'm home about 8, just me and my video. Ain't misbehaving, saving my love for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, you. Jack Horner over in the corner, he don't go nowhere, what do I care? Your kisses are worth waiting for. A 58 shows in the shed for. I don't stay out late, don't care to go. I'm home about 8, just me and my YouTube video. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my glove. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you. Where is my kazoo? Ba-doo-ba-doo-doo. Thanks all. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you again for joining. Pop that in the archive and watch it later. Thank you to all my regulars and my right-handers, newbies, and we'll see you further in the week. Maybe tomorrow, but I don't think so, but definitely on Thursday and then Friday and Saturday. Until then, keep your peckers down, best wishes, and lots of love.